Tomi, what is going on here? Why are so many female so-called progressives simply finding it impossible to come out and scream from the rooftops about the systematic rape and sexual abuse of women by Hamas?
Well, Piers, it's because the modern-day feminist movement is a farce and it's a joke. They don't stand up for women, Israeli women who are brutally raped and tortured. They don't stand up for women's sports, the integrity of our sports and our spaces. They don't stand up for anything beyond unfettered abortions. The modern-day feminist movement is not the feminist movement that was created to empower women, to protect women, to guide women. Now it's about abortion, and that's about it. And I wish that weren't the case. The UN is also worthless. Why we in the United States continue to fund that body is beyond me. But it's also quite disgusting to watch American politicians play the mental gymnastics around what happened on October 7th and try to then repeatedly turn it back on Israel as if Israeli soldiers are indiscriminately raping those in Palestine and in Gaza, which we know is not the case. So what this is evil. It's blatant anti-Semitism, and it needs to be called out forcefully and at every turn. Feminism is a joke, the UN is a joke, and unfortunately, a lot of our American politicians also a joke, Piers.
OK, Judith, your response to that?
Well, as a Jewish American feminist, I would argue with the idea that American feminists are not deploring or Jews or even people, as Christina said, who are deploring what Israel is doing in Palestine, also speak about the atrocities that Hamas has committed against Jewish people in Israel and elsewhere, and against their own people as well. So it is completely consistent to look at both of these things happening, and also to say that as many activists and people with long experience on both sides of the walls have said that neither the Palestinians nor the Jews in Israel or anybody else in Israel will have security unless there is peace and unless there is justice in Palestine. These are people, the Jews are not going anywhere, the Palestinians are not going anywhere, only some kind of political solution is possible. And I would remind Tomi that feminists are really the people who speak about rape. We're the only people really who speak constantly about rape. What happened, I think probably what happened, as Christina said, in the UN is that everything moves really slowly at the UN. The UN gathers information, then they have to have some sort of consensus on what they put out. And so I don't know that there was some sort of, conspiracy against Jews in not publishing what happened. And also, those particular horrific acts came out later.
Yeah, I think we all knew, though, from day one, a lot of rape had occurred because it was being boasted about by the people doing the raping, and that's the key difference. I also think with the UN women, had Hamas used the wrong personal pronouns that day, they'd have been straight on it on Twitter, because that's unfortunately what they seem to be seeing as one of their priorities, and I find that ridiculous. But anyway, thank you to my panel, greatly appreciate it. Christina, what an amazing piece of journalism at the weekend. Honestly, one of the most powerful things I've read in a long time. You do incredible work.
Thank you.
Even though it was incredibly distressing, it's so important. So thank you.